Hey everybody, what's going on? It has been too long on one of these longer videos, which I don't expect this one's going to be too long, but regardless, something besides just short. So, we're going to do a little tour of the base. We're going to see what we've had, what we've moved. This is our kind of like starting area. You can see we got the ocean up in front. And then we've got our little inn style residence that we've had for a while. And it originally started out like this because of the end portal that's in here. And above it was our storage room, to which we have actually moved. Lavender has worked on a larger storage room. We'll take a look at that here in a second though. Coming out through here, we've got our little witch's little building, and we got our rocket farm right beside it. We had our smelter set up in here. It's now gone. As you can see, it's been completely gutted out, and we'll be showing off the new smelter here in a little bit. Rockets, of course, going strong. A couple of leechers up on the wall. Not much to look at, but fully functional. Now let's take a look at this storage room. So as we walk out here to it, guys, it's been too long, but I'm currently down with a surgery. I had some work done on my ankle, and now I've got plenty of time, so there's no excuse to be making these type of videos, and I want to start getting some more of these out while I'm out, and hopefully maybe even keep them running after I start back to work, but that's going to be at least 2 months out, so hopefully we get to see some more of these type of videos. We got 3 different layers. Lavender is built like this right here of all of our stuff. Most of it leveled, except for a little bit over there, but we still haven't decided completely what we're putting in that. And then, of course, the second tier, which is mostly like wood, building blocks, and then we got some more of our kind of more valuable blocks, gold, iron, copper, and then other just random bits and bobs and heads. But Lavender built this. She had this idea and she just went with it. And unknowingly, I didn't think about it. She didn't think about it because whenever she started this, it wasn't even a thing. But I told her this would probably be good for like a couple of copper golems now. We could just put a chest in the center. And as long as we know it gets put up on this level, we can just throw stuff in the chest and just let the copper golems have at it. So it may work, it may not. Depends on how well they get the AI going on those copper golems. But I'll be putting them in here regardless. If they work, they work. They don't, they don't. It just kind of gives a nice little I don't know, aesthetic. Having them running around, trying to work, things like that. Bring a little bit more life to the base here. Still haven't really done much with this since we built it. It's just been sitting here. I may throw a small little farm underneath it if we got room. I know we need bamboo because I've been building more and more, and I've been requiring wood just for redstone chests, things like that. So this may actually become some type of bamboo farm underneath it. I say underneath it because most of the stuff that we've been doing has been underneath. We got a little bit more done in here. I built this little couch up against the wall. Geo built this for me. She went saw a tutorial. I don't know who to credit on that, unfortunately, but she made this for us. Haven't really done much on the upstairs though. As you can see, this room is still pretty bare. Finally replaced the door on this after zombies came in and broke every door in the base had. Couple of more books added to the library that we've looted here and there. We still got the little one individual sheep farm producing some wool. Built this little bridge just a few days ago. Nice little aesthetic. That way you don't have to try to swim across to get to these 2 little farms. That's Lavender's. We got an underground little wheat farm. Not much to it. And some sniffers down there working. And we got another little thing going on over there. I have built a little slime store, a little slime pop-up in our shopping district. I honestly didn't expect much to come out of it, and every time I put slime in there, all the way up until after I built this farm, slime sold out. So I finally built the slime farm, and of course, no movements, so we got plenty. Eggs, we'll be explaining that just in a second. As we work our way down, when I never need this active, I'll load that up full of chickens. They drop their eggs, they shoot off in here, and then this starts loading up with chickens as well. The reason why we do that is because we don't want the upper chickens dying. That way, if we need to constantly load this up for a little bit. And then I can come down here with some oozing potions, kill the chickens, kill the slime that come out afterwards, except for it's got a little bit of a problem with spawning slimes back in through there. But I'll digress on that. But we get slime, we get chicken, get feathers, which oddly enough, I've got a mattress store and it sells beds and pillows, and the pillows were just like a little aesthetic type deal. Never thought they were sold, and people have been actually buying my pillows over the functional beds. So, yeah, you know, whatever. Diamond's a diamond. We come in here. We got a nice little room. Not much to it. We got a little furnace. Forgot why I made. Oh, I need it for the charcoal. And then, of course, we got a couple of buckets of some cooked chicken, and we got a hole in the ground. Hopper down there. And what this is our smelter room. You take whatever items you want smelted, throw them in there, and it gets loaded into this furnace array. It's not the best, but it's here, and it's mostly functional. Behind us, we got a kelp farm, and it's not this one little thing. There's actually two more, which I forgot I can't go this way. We got two more coming over here. Come over here. As you can see, there's our kelp. But it gets loaded up, and as you can see, we got a couple of furnaces. Now, these furnaces are not all hooked up because I made it with just one furnace. All this kelp is enough to generate one furnace. It doesn't even do that furnace like constantly. It does it. It keeps it loaded about 75% of the time, or maybe 65% of the time. So it gets loaded up with kelp with all of these, and I just manually put some dry kelp, and then it comes out. We got an auto crafter, as you can see, collecting it up, goes through here, pops out with this dropper up this water over here. It keeps this main furnace going. This is the main furnace of the whole thing. It's the one hooked up to the kelp farm first. That way, if anything, it gets constantly loaded. Everything pops out through the bottom. As far as dry kelp there, recycles through, comes through here, loads up into these. Now you can see I got some buckets of lava. This farthest one, it's got our kelp in it for right now. I've been using whatever I can find. Basically, I'm trying to go ahead and get it filled in all the way around, so that way I can really stress test this thing to see how well it loads. Because I know some of these furnaces, the way I've got my feeding system made, some of these furnaces are not going to load. They're not going to load well. And I'll realize that, and I'll probably end up taking them out so the rest of them can feed a lot faster. We'll be working on that a little bit later. And I also can reclaim some of these hoppers and things. Gets kicked out through the bottom though after everything smelts, gets unloaded in this one, and shoots its way up to that top chest. As you can see with how I'm building these, I want to be able to use every one of these farms without actually having to, you know, go down and really interact with them if I can help it. Like with this one right here, you can see everything gets popped up through there. You load it through there. The slime farm, whenever I need slime, I literally can just pick it up through here. I don't have to worry about going downstairs and trying to collect anything. Over here, we've got like a little blacksmith shop. No farm, no nothing. Just, I knew we needed some blast furnaces because if we were working with, you know, anything that will require them, you know, as far as like, oh, excuse me, trying to smelt something quicker as far as like netherrack or something like that. Or then we got some bamboo stored in that from where this was a bamboo little farm that we had that was just growing bamboo in the open. But we also have our, oh, I always forget what this thing's called. I'll have to break it just to figure out a name. Hold on a second. There we go. Smithing table. I was thinking blacksmithing, but I knew it wasn't right. But we never had a smithing table really anywhere besides randomly in there. So now we at least know where one's always at. Here we got a little butcher stand. Now this, on the other hand, is a farm. So we come down here. It's simple. It's easy. It's dark. I had a torch down here at one point in time. I must have broke it and put it back. Simple design though. Cow crusher design. We feed them. They entity. Comes out there here, drops up, and you notice how there was a chest up ahead, or I say, well, literally ahead. But comes out, gets loaded in here. Raw beef we can throw in the smelter. The hide is basically what we're after, because now we'll be having to make pillows. Hold on a second. Do. Ow! Nothing like a good night's sleep. Like I said, don't need to have like much for the raw beef, but we can throw it into the furnace. But the hide's what I'm really after, because with me selling all these bundles are feather pillows, quote unquote. We need all the hide we can get. Eventually gonna make a stable for all the cows and the mushrooms. We got some sheep. May do a bigger sheep farm, wool farm. Not 100% sure in that, but maybe a project for the future. My daughter in her spastastic horse over there. She's working on her a home right there. We got our lava right here. This is where I've been filling up those lava buckets for the smelter, just to help try to guiding it along. We'll take a quick look at Lavender's builds. Kind of a wet entrance over here, though. There's the door over here. At least you don't have to worry about any zombies. We got a frog. Actually, I'm not 100% sure what's going on over here. I don't really remember. This may be just a mine, to be quite honest. That's kind of good to know, because I'm going to probably need cobblestone and stone later on for some builds. Especially to start filling up my redstone. That's one thing too. I finally got my act together. I've got some decent tools, even though I accidentally burnt my sword in some lava. And a accident underneath the smelter. Ended up burning half my redstone down there too. I was trying to load a hopper and I misclicked while holding the lava and burnt everything to the, a crisp. Lost half my gear, elytra, sword. But luckily I had an extra elytras. And I'll got to go back and redo my sword. Over here we got a couple of underground farms also. We got some lays. Collecting up stuff from these two sniffers. There was a lot more of those. Looks like she may have kind of culled some of those. We got a cactus farm over here. And we got our wheat. And it looks like some carrots and some potatoes just in case. Got some flowers up there too with these cactuses. This must be where she's getting her cactus flowers for her flower store. She's got a couple of stores. I got a couple of stores. She sells more stuff because she does dyes and flowers. I do random, useless crap. I do that for the fact that way I don't have to keep up on my stores. But of course, somebody's got to buy pillows. I don't know why anybody would need a pillow on the server. All right, let's go head over to the shopping district and we can go take a look at the little stores that honestly shouldn't even exist. Another thing I want to point out, there's my portal to my home base. As you can see, we're actually on a rail system. I made this rail system a little bit ago just because of one, I don't have to use rockets, quote unquote waste of rockets. It's more the fact that I'm lazy. And then one of our server members, Kelsey, decided to take it upon it herself to put my rails at an angle. It was just going all the way to the left. Then it went all the way to the north. And now Kelsey decided to do a zigzag pattern so that way it pointed straight to the spawn portal. And I don't know if this is quite faster than what I had. I may go back and do some experimenting, like right there and then right there, to get that, put that on some powered rails. Maybe I can get a little bit of an extra push off of this. All right, we are here, and it looks like Rome is actually working on gas
trade.
As you can see, it's definitely been growing. We've got all kinds of stuff being built, has been built, will be built. Well, all kinds of just little ins and out things, this and that. But what I'm after is this right here, the most generic looking shopping mall that you can conceive. And of course, we're going to start out with Roger's Beds and More. We've got a bed. We've got a couple of different color beds. We've got, hey, thank you, it's still stocked up. We got some pillows. I don't have to make any more pillows anytime soon. I put 3 in there originally, and I can't believe they all sold. One generic mattress store, Beds and More. Well, now we're gonna come to the chicken shack. We got a chicken serving chicken. I can't believe I actually sold one out of here too. I couldn't believe that either. We got that. Geo in the corner eating. I may have covered this before, but I don't remember. Lavender's flower shop, where she's got all kinds of different flowers. Down there also being her DOS shop. That's been pretty much it. I've spent a lot of my time at my base working on those small little farms. I'm gonna probably be doing a bamboo because with me doing all the wood stuff, as far as like chests and redstone, all that, I've been running constantly low. I think a wood farm would be great for that. And we'll head back and we'll catch you guys later. Well, you gonna add this to the one of the, what's the most awkward thing you done on the server today?
Nope.
There he goes.
I ran into Kelsey. That would be the most awkward thing.
Aw.